Hey everyone, and welcome to a new episode, a new vlog. This week we're going to talk about my thesis on UI UX. We're going to talk about me speaking at PHP Ghent and Frederik van Brabant speaking there as well. We're going to talk about having decent meetings, and last but not least, we have a question of the week about vlogging and freelancing and about being scared. Enjoy! So first up, on Monday, I had my thesis on my UX UI course. So what I did was I created a whole thesis around how the PHP community is holding meetups versus their sponsors. So it's mostly about finding sponsorship and sponsors finding the right meetups to go to and sponsor. So I created a complete thesis in the sense that we did some research based on competition-wise. So what are competition in this kind of way, in this kind of, I'm not sure how to call it, but in this kind of lane working as well, and how do they do it? What do they do good? What do they do bad? What is great? What is not great? And then I did a survey, which some of you might have noticed several weeks back when I asked on Twitter to fill in the surveys. I got a lot of help from that. Thanks to the community. Thank you very much, everyone. Appreciate it so much. I also did these small exercises like wouldn't it be nice if, which is basically an exercise that goes about, hey, wouldn't it be nice if, and then just out of the box thinking everything is possible. You can do it as far as you want, as wide as you can go, completely out of the box, as crazy as you can think. And another exercise I did was card sorting. So I put all the functionality that I wanted to have in phase one. I put them on little cards and then told people to organize them based on, is it useful for sponsors? Is it useful for organizers? Or useful for both? So it's 3 nice columns and people had to sort the tickets in there. It was very interesting to see kind of on why people put stuff where. So that's a nice way to see how people think about the features as well. And then last but not last, I also did the part where we discuss how can we market it and how can we earn money off of it. Of course, our community is open source, which I respect super hard. So I was feeling a bit and then last but not least, I also checked out I created some small low fidelity wireframes. And then in Sketch, we made these to high fidelity wireframes. As you can see, design-wise, I'm a bit, it's not my best practice, best skill that I can do. But yeah, the thesis itself went really well. The jury was really happy with the way I researched everything. Every question I got a useful and decent answer. So very happy about that. And I think it went super. Yeah. So normally, if all goes well, sometime next month, I will get my certificate of being a UX UI designer. So on Monday, I got a question from Hannes van der Veke if I could come and speak at PHP Ghent. PHP Ghent is a fun little PHP meetup in Ghent, as the name tells so. And together with Frederik van Brabant, who also has his own YouTube channel, go check it out. He covers the entire building your own framework, and he's now doing some different stuff as well. Really interesting. Go check him out. And so I had my talk about soft skills there, and Frederik did his talk on legacy code, which was really interesting. We had a fun audience, a bit of a trolling audience, but it was good fun, all sports. So yeah, it was really fun to do so. Highly recommend you visit them if you're in the neighborhood. They're really great, really fun meetup to partake in. So something I want to talk about is workshops and meetings. I've been in several workshops last week. I've been in a big one this week. But I noticed that it's hard for people to keep track of what we're actually doing inside the workshop/meeting. The last workshop wasn't really a workshop anymore. It was more a meeting and discussion about stuff that did not need the involvement of some of the people that were present. Which is, I can understand that you want to have as much as the expertise that you can have inside the room. But of course, if you have 3 developers who all 3 work on the same product, then I think it's good enough to have one of them, and definitely if it is the one with the most experience on the product. But yeah, I noticed there's a lot of stuff that keeps sidetracking the entire meeting. So we were supposed to discuss some points on the agenda. Sadly, it was something we only got to discuss, I think, 2 of the 5 points, and then it kind of sidetracked based on those first 2. So if you're in a meeting or you're planning a meeting, what I would say is, list whatever you want to do and keep it strict to that agenda. Also, don't do it an entire day, because people get tired, lose focus on what is being said. And so just keep it short, have lists, go through each of the item, try not to go anywhere else off topic, keep your focus on the list. And just a little something I wanted to share. It's something I noticed happening a lot, not just where I am now, although the in-house meetings are pretty okay. It's mostly off-site meetings in this case, but also meetings with other clients that I have and stuff like that. I noticed that sometimes it's very easy to get sidetracked. So as a developer, guard your time very well, because you'll need it to solve the problems we have, and not spend it hours on a meeting that tends to get boring and useless. So for the project managers out there, try to keep your meetings short. So we also have a new question of the week. This week the question is from Maarten Merken, and he asked, weren't you scared when starting freelancing or vlogging? Both were decisions that put you in the spotlight. How did you get yourself to do it? I think it's an interesting question, and I think it goes way further than freelancing or vlogging. It also goes back to public speaking, I think, and raising your voice on Twitter, blogging systems, stuff like that. I think most people are afraid about what other people think about them. But in all honesty, most people just, to be fair, not think too much about everyone else. Everyone is so caught up in their own circle, I could say. When you're talking, you're mostly thinking, oh my God, what are people going to think about me? How are people going to perceive it? But the issue is most people are thinking the same thing at the exact same moment. So what happens is that everyone's thinking about how am I being perceived here? But everyone's thinking that, so nobody is really paying attention to the other one. And even if they do, usually 5 minutes after your vlog is done or your public speaking is done, people won't think about it anymore. And that's just the honest truth. I think I had the same issue when I went to the gym the first time. And you know, you see all these guys muscled standing in front of the mirrors. Okay, I will never stand in front of the mirror, but okay. And you're like, oh my god, what will they think if I take these light weights? And they'll think like, look at that guy. I mean, go at least a little bit harder. But the truth is, everyone in there is thinking about their own thing, about their own track, about their own system, about their own fitness. And it's the same for everything else in life. And the truth is, you just, oh my god, that's such a difficult word. Every time I have trouble with it. So honestly, just go for it. Don't care about what other people think. There's this famous quote where, I don't know who said it, but it goes something along the lines of, you're truly free when you stop worrying about what other people think about you. And I think it's true. I still have a hard time with it myself. I think vlogging is the easiest because I'm just talking to my phone. Public speaking, on the other hand, is a bit different. I still get stressed. As far as I can tell, most of the seasoned speakers still get stressed as well. It's natural. It's just something where you gotta say, okay, here goes, everything or nothing, and just go for it. I had the same issue at the start of the vlogging, where I was like, oh, what will people think of me when they see me vlog, and will they laugh? But the truth is, either they watch it and they don't like it, and then too bad, but they won't watch again, or they like it and they will watch again. But there's, besides the internet trolls, which luckily I haven't met yet, doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter what they say. If you do you and you like it, fine. If you add value to someone else's life, perfect. If somebody doesn't like it, it's their problem. It's not my business. For freelancing, I think it's somewhat the same. Now, I know you personally. I think you have the skill set to go freelance. For others, I think they should try it. If you're not that confident about doing a full-time, start it as a side hustle. There are many people who are looking for someone to do a little coding exercise or follow up small projects on the side, stuff like that, and just get the ball rolling, start getting more confident in that. But if you feel like this is the way I want to go and it's me, it's totally me, then just go for it. Totally go for it. Don't care about what other people think. On all 3 points, I had the exact same fear. What will people think? Doesn't matter. It sounds weird, but it just doesn't matter. Just go for it. Everyone, just do. So that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. I hope you learned something new. I hope every question you had about fear is answered. What I can say is go visit PHP Ghent. They're awesome. Go visit any PHP meetup you have in your neighborhood, or any other meetup if you're from a different coding environment or a different work environment. Just try to find your group of people, and I'll see you next week. Feel free to subscribe to the vlog to keep updated on the next one, and have a nice evening.